We asked students 21 questions to get to know them, their program, and their experience at Salus University. Here's what they had to say. What's your name?
My name is Kayla Marks.
Where are you from?
I am from Marietta, Georgia.
What program are you in?
I'm in the BLVS program, so the Blind and Low Vision Studies, and I am a TVI major, so a teacher for the blind and visually impaired.
Why did you want to pursue this career?
So I knew early on, even in high school, that I wanted to work in a school and maybe be a teacher. But as I was maturing and getting older, I knew I wanted to do something more specialized. So as I got older, and I graduated from my undergrad and got my bachelor's in psychology, I had that year of just like, okay, what do I want to do next? I'm visually impaired myself. I have a visual impairment called retinitis pigmentosa. So I have had TVIs and, it's something that I have to live with every day. So when I looked more into the TVI program, I was like, okay, this is a good fit because I have experience working in a school and being a teacher, but I also understand what it's like to be in middle school and high school and, elementary school. Not really, but I understand the pressures of just being a student and having a visual impairment. So I just wanted to continue to go down that path, and I love it so far.
Why did you choose Salus?
So I chose Salus because it's probably the top school. My mom actually attended Salus about 10, almost, maybe 15 years ago now. And she's a certified VRT. And so she, had nothing but good things to say about the school. I knew other people who attended it. Even though I live here in Georgia, I used to live in Philly. And so I looked more into the school and it just seemed like a good fit. So I really liked it.
What have you discovered about your subject area as a grad student that you wish you knew as an undergrad student?
I guess that it was possible that I could do it. In undergrad, I think I didn't want to at first because I was like, I wasn't ready to really, deal with my own visual impairment. And you kind of have to be okay because, I'm reading about it. And at times it can be hard because you read about like what a normal eye is and whatnot. But I guess for me, my undergrad, just knowing that this program exists is really cool, and that I can, add on O&M or VRT if I want to down the road.
What do you feel is unique about your program at Salus?
With COVID and the pandemic, a lot of programs and schools had to adapt and, go virtual. But this program and others maybe at Salus were already online. And then the summer had the hands-on kind of classes where you all met up in person. So I liked that element of it because they had already established a whole online, world. There wasn't any big issues that I was having that I've seen with other programs that are just starting up because, things were not as virtual before. So that I definitely really like.
What clinical experience has made an impact on you thus far at Salus?
I really liked my first semester in the fall. I took a research class, and that's something that I really hope to somehow incorporate because I, majored in psychology. So on top of being really interested in, the TVI and vision world, I'm also really interested in just how children learn and just child psychology in general. And so that's something that I would definitely want to see, if I could get more clinical experience in the future.
Have you had any discouraging or especially triumphant moments in the classroom or clinic?
It's just a lot of the classes, the things were clicking. I just got done with the clinical and learning about the anatomy of the eye and just understanding how it worked, especially in the brain. That was always a good triumphant moment. So just, learning as much as I can. That's been really awesome and I love it.
What's been your favorite class so far?
I would say that my favorite class so far hard because I really, as cheesy as it sounds, I like all classes for, all the different things that they bring, and like you grow as a student. But I feel like for me, I liked the research class, just because I'm nerdy and I enjoy reading and doing research. And so that class, it was fun for me. I enjoyed that.
Have you had any Eureka moments in the classroom or clinic?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, with the anatomy of the eye and like the functions, if I was reading like just the dorsal and ventral and all that, and I just had like this moment where I just really read it and like tried a different method of studying it, and I finally understood it. I just go, okay, I get this now. So that was definitely that Eureka moment. So, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of those in the summer, especially when we do like simulation activities. I'm blindfolded. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited.
Are you a part of any clubs or groups on campus?
No, not right now, just because like being all the way in Georgia, it's just super hard. I've never even been to campus before, but I do love that I get emails every day about something cool going on, or them recognizing, an event that a group is doing. So I really like that atmosphere, and I don't mind getting the emails. Like, it's for once I look forward to reading the emails just because they're so like encouraging and sweet.
What's your favorite study snack?
I really like, okay, it's bad, but the like Jelly Belly jelly beans, 49 flavors, those are pretty solid. Once you sort out the ones that are just like, you start to eat it and you're just like, it's just, you don't like it. For me, the buttered popcorn, it's just not my thing. Or also like potato chips.
What's your study strategy?
So I've gotten like really kind of into, I think when I was in undergrad and being a psychology and metacognition and thinking, it's a very fascinating field. And so for me, it's weird, but like, I find I have to study alone, which for me is strange because I'm a very social butterfly, but I find that for me, studying alone just works best. And then I find once I really know the material, just going to like a friend, or a significant other, or even my brother, and just, if he's playing video games, I'll just sit there and be like, hi, I'm just gonna like read my, like just ramble about my, notes real quick. Just don't mind me, because sometimes it just helps to like act like you're explaining it to somebody. It's super strange, but it works for me. I also find that just reading things out loud and like listening, because I have like readers and stuff, rather than just like, me reading, because that makes my eyes super fatigued. So just listening to things, I find I do a lot better on like exams and just I'm focused.
Where's your favorite spot to study on campus?
I have like a rocking chair that's right by a window that I really like. If it's nice out, I do like to study outside if it's not too hot. But really just I'm at my desk, just focused, always having coffee.
What advice would you offer a peer who might be struggling in a specific subject or class?
Never think you're alone. And that's like, if I could go back and say that to myself, say like, you're never alone, and it's okay to not know what you're doing sometimes, especially like in academics, and to ask for help. There's no shame, and if anyone does judge you, it's not cool.
How have you felt supported as a student and an individual while enrolled at Salus?
Like I said, I like that, in most graduate programs, they are more small, and so you guys all travel, and so I like just the, intimacy in the sense that we all have gone through this together. Some people, have come along the way, and I like that, we start off online and then we're going to meet in person, and I'm excited to just actually get to meet these people, and then, go back to online, and then, do it again next summer. But I like that about the school and the program itself.
Where's your favorite place to chill between classes, on campus or in the community at large?
Now that it's getting nicer out, I love to so I'll just set up my in my backyard. That's like a good place, and I'll just like read a book there or just listen to music. It's just a very nice spot.
How has going virtual impacted your learning experience?
It really hasn't. I've been very lucky in that this program, like I said, was already set up the way it was before this pandemic. So I started the program in fall of 2020. So I know that last summer they didn't do, some of the things that we're going to be doing this summer. So I know that obviously 2020 was more impacted than this year, but we're moving forward, and I'm very fortunate that, I haven't had too many issues regarding like the pandemic affecting my academic.
What's the first thing you want to do once the pandemic is over?
I want to travel, and I want to travel abroad. I want to travel in the country, the state. I just want to, explore more. I know that's probably what everyone's saying, but there's a place for everyone. And so, yeah, it's definitely something that I want to do.
What advice would you offer an undergrad considering pursuing an advanced degree in this field?
Well, I'd say for anyone wanting to get, a master's or a doctorate or whatever, I would say, and I got this advice from one of my professors in undergrad, is, you're never going to be 100% sure that this is what you want to do, but you've got to be enough that you'll be passionate and that it's something that you absolutely know that, you just, okay, I can I won't have, a smooth sailing all the time, but I'll go with it. And so the thing I want to tell undergrad students is just, know that you really want to do this, because, it does take work and it takes time, but also just passion, especially when you're working with your clients or with students. You want that passion to be there. So I would say just know that you really want it. And like you said, reach out when you do have questions about second guessing, because everyone's second guesses at one point.
To learn more about Salus University's programs, visit salus.edu/academics.